episode of Financial QB TV, and today I want to share with you one of the biggest problems with IRAs. Now, IRAs, of course, as you know, are confusing to some, but as you're listening to this, I'm sure some of the people might say, wow, is it investment problems with the IRA? No, that's not quite it. Is it the required minimum distribution, which is by far for some very confusing, especially when it comes to April 1st and December 31st? No, it is not. Is it the tax consequences of IRAs? Again, very confusing to many, but unfortunately, that is not it. The most confusing thing with an IRA is something as simple as naming the right beneficiary. And when we're talking about IRAs today, one of the things we want to take into consideration is basically anything that is part of your retirement, or anything that has a beneficiary designation. So this conversation is pertinent to 401ks, 403bs, 457s, pensions, simple IRAs, SEP IRAs, all of the above. So that is right. It would seem something so simple, right? But you must make sure to name the right beneficiary in your IRAs. It is so important to understand that your will and or trust does not control who gets your IRA. The beneficiary designation form is what controls who gets your IRA. This was actually made very clear and has been actually challenged many times, but your best beneficiary in any form is who designates your IRAs, and it has been made clear by the Supreme Court. So there is no fighting this. Filling out the beneficiary designation form correctly is very critical. When I ask about IRAs, which is most people's largest asset, sometimes outside of their home, when I ask for the beneficiary designation form, many look surprised. Okay, they have no idea what that form says. They forget, of course, because they filled it out very fast, or they filled it out a long time ago. Many can't even find the form or remember the last time they reviewed it. And if you don't have a designated beneficiary to your accounts, big problems happen. You may not like the results of the problem, because frequently what happens is it goes to your estate, and this is the last place that you want it to go. These problems could cause the IRA to actually become part of the estate, and which in turn cause the IRA to lose its tax favored status and be subject to probate. This causes big problems for those whom you didn't intend to leave the IRA to. It also is very important to understand that as an IRA owner, you have to make sure that you are naming the right person to inherit your IRA. We go through many changes in our lives, okay? I'm no different than you. So, you know, from life changes that happen, such as marriage, divorces, birth of a child, grandchild, job change, retirement, or even death, okay? Remember that your will cannot change the best beneficiary of your plan. It is imperative that you review your beneficiary on a regular basis. This is kind of just basic, but unfortunately many get it wrong. Tax time, which is about now, is actually a great time to review your IRA beneficiary designations and make sure you've done it right. Remember that it does not matter who you think you want to get your IRA, or who you wish would want to get your IRA. The only thing that matters is who your custodian has on file when you submitted your beneficiary designation form. In addition, it's important for you to understand that you name a backup or contingent beneficiary. If you don't name a contingent beneficiary, then who knows who gets the money. The probate court will actually make the decision again, and therefore then the IRA loses its tax favored status. An example of this is you name your spouse as the beneficiary, and that's the only name on the beneficiary designation form. Well, let's say your spouse predeceases you, so they die first. You forget to change your beneficiary designation form, and then you pass away. And there's nobody for the IRA to go to. So the probate court actually makes the decision of this, and again, it's not a pretty picture. So make sure that you name a backup beneficiary. Then the IRA at least has a chance to getting where you want it to go. So folks, remember that the difference between effective planning and getting it wrong can cost you thousands and sometimes even millions of dollars. Done correctly, which is again something so simple as filling out a beneficiary form, done correctly, your retirement plan can preserve some of the significant funds for future generations. Hey, the rules surrounding retirement and retirement distributions are very difficult. Let's not make it even more complicated by further messing up something so easy. Okay? Guys, see you next time on Financial QB TV.